here. I have been getting quite a few questions about the cards that I've been sharing with you lately. So in this video, I will answer 2 of them. And the first question is, what type of paper do I use for my card bases? Well, lately what I've been using is Staples 110-pound cardstock. And I get that at our local Staples, the office supply store. And another cardstock that I like is this Georgia-Pacific, also 110-pound. I can't find this Georgia-Pacific here in Canada, and a lot of the states when we go on our trips I haven't found it. I picked up this on our way to Montana last year, so I'm using this sparingly. And the reason I bought these is when I first started coloring with my Copics, I was told that the Georgia-Pacific is good to start coloring with. And like I said, I couldn't find it, so I went to Staples because I thought they would be compatible, which they are, except the Georgia-Pacific is a nice brighter white. It's a nicer white than the Staples brand. I don't know if you can tell the difference. And since I found other papers that I can color so much more nicely with my Copics, I didn't want to waste this, obviously, so I thought, okay, well, I'll make these for the card bases. So, to answer your question, I use the Staples 110-pound cardstock. The second question I get asked a lot is, what sizes are my cards? And my go-to size for my cards are usually a 5.5 by 5.5, and this is the size of it right here. And the reason I don't do 6 by 6 is just the envelopes, and I'll discuss that in another video. So it's very easy to make your 5.5 by 5.5 card. You take your cardstock, and this is a regular 8.5 by 11 piece of paper or cardstock. And you put it in and you measure your 5.5 on your cutter, and then you slice this piece off. And I have quite a few, as you can see from making these, and I can use these for die cuts, or I can use these for journaling spots. There's lots of little ways you can use these leftovers. And once you have that cut at 5.5, you turn your paper and you put it in at 5.5 again, and you score it in the middle. And there you have your 5.5 base of your card. And then you can decorate it and do it what you wish with it. And the second most popular size card I use is this one here, which is your standard 4.25 by 5.5. And again, easy to do this one. And one thing nice with this is you have usage of the whole sheet of paper, because you get 2 sheets out of it exactly the same size. So you put it in your cutter and you put it in at 5.5 and you slice it, and then you have 2 equal pieces here, and you take one of those and you put it in at 4.25. Let me just double check that. You put that in at 4.25, score it, and there you go. You have your one card, and you can make another one with the next one because it's the exact same size. And the last card I'm going to share with you is also a 5.5 by 4.25, but instead of it opening from top to bottom, it opens from side to side. And again, you cut this in half so you get 2 cards out of one sheet. But instead of cutting it in half this way, you're going to turn it this way and you're going to cut it at 4.25. And then you are going to score it at 5.5. And then out of this one sheet of paper, you'll get 2 cards that open this way. So those are the 2 answers to your questions. And like I said, this is the 6 by 6. And this one here is 4.25 by 5.5. And this one here is 5.5 by 4.25. So thank you for joining me. I hope I answered up your questions, and we'll see you soon. Bye now.